Oh, frog. There's a frog right there, y'all. Sorry, buddy. Well, hopefully he doesn't jump out at the truck. We'll see. Hey, what's going on, everyone? Gabriel here with RC. Welcome back to another episode. We're going to be taking a look at another build that I kind of made in conjunction with the TJ, the Jeep TJ from the last video. If you haven't seen that, I will link it down below, so you can go ahead and click on that after this video, of course. Really quick disclaimer, if the audio is not as great, that's my fault. I completely forgot my mics at home, so hopefully the internal mic on the camera that I have right now is gonna do okay. If not, we'll kind of make do, and if I need to, I'll do a voiceover or something like that. But again, we're gonna be taking a look at this guy right here. This is the infamous 4Runner body that you've probably seen, you know, at least once or twice if you're into the small scale SCX24 world. This is my first, I guess you could say, less scale oriented and more performance oriented build. So I mean, there's still some things obviously that I need to iron out. First thing that you could probably see is going to be the battery placement, so I kind of just have it sitting there. I need to figure out if I'm going to Velcro it or what I'm going to do with that. But just to kind of go over what we have going on here, the chassis itself is 3D. Almost everything on this thing is 3D printed. The whole chassis kit is a file that I found on Maker World, and it's, you could tell it's very low profile, low CG, with a very nice angled flat skid attached to it as well. So it comes together extremely nicely, prints extremely well. Comes with the sliders here that I did modify a little bit. I ended up cutting them just because the body itself, if you look under it, it does connect the two pieces, so the cab and the bed, with some screws. And this whole piece right here was connected. I just ended up cutting out the center portion to kind of fit the motor in between it. So did modify it a little bit, but it doesn't really take away from the performance that it brings. And then it does come with these magnet mounts right here. I've used this one, and then I just used a kind of like a random cross member that I got from a different file, but you can use whatever you need to, just to mount some magnets here as well to hold both the front and the rear. As far as electronics go, we're using the Injora 7 kilogram servo, and that I got as a bundle with these Injora Planet axles. We do have a set of the Injora 39mm oil-filled shocks on the front and the rear, and we do have a set of Injora links with the single bends underneath. For the motor, we are running the Injora Fat Viper motor connected to their included transmission, and then that runs to, of course, our Hobby Wing Quick Run Mini 24 ESC. Love this thing. And that all connects to the Dumbo RC PGF-G. Those are our electronics, and we have all that powered by the stock Spectrum 350 milliamp hour 2S lipos that come with the SCX24s. We have all of this running on the LGRP 1552 white wheels. Love these, the Turbo Mac HDs, and these are mounted to the Toyo open country tires that came on the stock 4Runner. So that's what we have going on here. We're gonna go ahead, do the same thing that we do, take it out on the rocks, and let's see how it does. We're gonna go ahead and start from this point right here. We're gonna work our way down, kind of the same that we normally do. All right, hey, what's going on, everyone? Today is the next day after the initial shooting of the 4Runner. I feel like we could get better performance. Sorry, there's a train going by, so I apologize. The clips that we shot yesterday, I think the truck did extremely well. However, the only thing that I feel like hindered the performance of the truck the most, you know, right out of the gate, was the tires. As much as I like the way they look, I just don't feel like they performed all that well. And I know it could be because they're not broken in yet, whatever the case is. I went ahead and I swapped them out. We are going to be running with the good old LGRP Clawhammer 57mm tires. Not only do they look great as far as like scale, but they perform extremely well. I'm gonna try and run a few of these same lines that we did yesterday, at least as similar as I can find them, and see how they perform compared to those Toyo Open Countries from Proline. So let's go ahead and go. Motor from Injora, so should do a little bit better as far as, you know, your slow crawl speed modulation. As you can see, shocks doing their job pretty well. One thing I do want to try adding to this is just some rubber bands to those front shocks, just to act as some limiting straps, so that front end can kind of stay planted as we move some different obstacles. You can see the angle right there. I mean, that's pretty good angle on this line, so seems like it's getting up. Alright, finally made it up it. So we are still getting some of that slippage right here with the rear tires, but we're already, yep. There we go. Let's run it. So even just that turn to get up here was significantly smoother. And yeah, that's that. Pause. Mr. Frog, what do you think the truck? Give me your opinion. What is the truck gonna do? Oh, it's missing a leg. Oh, it's stuck. Oh man. What's with all these SCX24 videos and frogs? I don't know. Coincidence? I think not. Mr. Frog, your thoughts. Mr. Frog. Mr. Frog, your thoughts. He's gone. Or, he's safe. I remember yesterday we were having a lot of trouble on these slicker rocks, so let's see how we do today. If you have those Toyo Open Countries from Proline, or you got the 4Runner body and those were on there, it's a viable option. You know, it's something that you can use that's probably going to give you a lot better performance over the original stock tires that came on the SCX24s. All right, 57 millimeters I think is a sweet spot for these, especially for this build. If you're looking for a tire that's not very expensive, that packs a lot of punch for the price, I would highly recommend these LGRP Clawhammer 57 millimeter tires. You can also go for the 63 millimeter size that they have as well. Again, just making sure that your build fits those on them. These Injora Planet axles, if you've ran the Mias isokinetics before, you're gonna get a lot of the same performance out of these. They're very competitive as far as price goes. If you're looking for a very simplistic design with the round differential look, kind of, in my opinion, also referencing back to like a Toyota axle, I think this is a great buy. I do like the way the Mias isokinetics, the V2s, look a little bit better. They do add a little bit more of a scale look, but also I noticed that because of the around, I don't know if you could see it, because of the round differential right here, I was still getting caught, obviously, as you will on most differentials, but I was kind of sliding over things a little bit easier, and I think that helps out a lot. So it's a great axle. I would recommend it. As far as the truck itself goes, I'm super stoked about it. I feel really good about what it's accomplished in the small amount of time that we are able to drive it, especially with this little tire upgrade. There's not a whole lot to it. It's a lot of simple, easy to get parts, especially if you're on a little bit of a budget. The 3D printed chassis, I think, worked great. The angled skid, I've never had an angled skid before in my life, and to be able to 3D print one that's actually extremely effective is awesome. I'm gonna use this chassis because obviously you could do a lot with this specific body. Run it without a topper. Millie, what is the name? Like, I'll link, or you'll see it right here. Has a lot of files for not just this truck, but you could pretty much use it for any cab. But they have a camper that I have purchased the file for, and I'm gonna print that, and I want to put that on another 4Runner build. That way I can just kind of swap those in and out depending on how I'm feeling that day. You know, thank you guys so much for watching. Stick around for that if you're interested, and I'll get you an update video on how everything progresses from now until then. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. Helps me out. Again, we just hit 100 subscribers, so I'm trying to move past the 100 mark up to that 200 mark. Let's go for that. Appreciate y'all so much. Have a good day.